Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today. I'm talking about the return of Ronda Rousey to UFC. I don't know if everybody has been following this sort of media tour that Ronda Rousey has been doing since UFC 193, when Holly Holm stepped up and shocked the world by beating Ronda Rousey, where basically she was defeated in the second round. Anybody who saw this fight definitely knew that Ronda Rousey was not on her game. When she came into that fight, she didn't have the best fight plan, and especially when she went into the corner and her corner man got into her and said, "Hey, you're doing a good job. Just keep doing what you're doing." And anybody that had been watching the previous 3 minutes of that fight knew that everything Ronda Rousey was doing was bad. Ronda Rousey said that the first punch that was landed from Holly Holm knocked her a little silly, and she was never really able to recuperate. She had a lot of problems with her equilibrium. She really didn't. It almost makes it seem like she was looking at like three Holly Holmes, and it makes a lot of sense on that one time that Ronda Rousey charged Holly Holm like a bull in a bullfight, and basically Holly Holm just ducked out of the way, and Ronda Rousey just went like flying by, and I don't know. Everybody is gonna lose once or twice in their life. I mean, no one can go through and just be undefeated. And basically, UFC, Dana White, knowing that Ronda Rousey is one of the biggest draws in the UFC, right there with Conor McGregor, wanted Ronda Rousey to get right back on the horse, try to get that rematch against Holly Holm as soon as possible. Basically she said that she didn't want the fight. Basically, people thought that at UFC 196 it was going to be Ronda Rousey going up against Holly Holm, and basically Ronda was trying to push the fight back, and then basically Holly Holm, knowing at this point in her career she needs to fight, or she's not going to be able to capitalize on the big upset of Ronda Rousey, and she needs to get some fights to start making some money. So basically, Holly Holm put the press to Dana White, and they ended up putting a fight together: Holly Holm versus Miesha Tate, which is going to be 196. And then everybody started immediately thinking that it was going to be Ronda Rousey versus the winner of this fight coming up at UFC 200, which would be their big WrestleMania Super Bowl World Series of Fighting show that they're planning on doing to celebrate the 200 pay-per-views of UFC and the history of this company that they've been building. I don't know. I mean, Ronda Rousey went on Ellen, and she's done other shows, basically talking about the fact that immediately after her fight where she lost to Holly Holm, she thought of suicide, basically saying that everyone had thought of her as this big, huge fighting star, and now that she had lost this fight, she had sort of lost everything, and she was going to lose everything, and it was actually her boyfriend coming into the locker room to try and console her. She looked up at him, and she says that I needed to move on, because I need to have this man's babies. And then from there also, she's gone on and talked about the fact that, when she lost in the Olympics, she immediately went into a deep depression, where she basically picked up a drug habit. It was getting into MMA that changed her life and built her to be the star that we know her as today. I'm not 100% sure if Ronda Rousey is just basically sitting at home, keeping to herself as of right now. Of course, she's doing some press right now for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, which is coming out, and she's going to be on one of the 3 covers. And she's all painted up, and she looks like $100. I mean, she looks like $1 million, whatever you want to say, but she looks awesome, and she deserves to be on the cover. She's one of the best female stars in all of sports that we've ever had, and people love her, and people would love to see her fight again. But honestly, it's like every interview that she does pushes me farther away from thinking that Ronda Rousey is going to fight again. I'm sure that Ronda Rousey made a great amount of money in her career. I'm not 100% sure if she's still going to be making the Roadhouse movie. I haven't heard anything about that in a while. I haven't heard anything about her movie about her own life, which she's going to be starring in. I don't know if maybe because of the loss, maybe the studios pushed back on those movies, maybe thinking that she wasn't going to be the star that she once was. But I really could see Ronda Rousey stepping away from MMA, and becoming a mom and starting a family, and just pushing back from the sport. But But I don't know, when you watch Ronda Rousey fight throughout her career, she is a grinder. She is someone that pushes the limits, and she's always been one of the best fighters in the world. So as of right now, I would put the bet on that I don't think she's going to be returning to UFC, but we will have to see from here.